Blub blub. Epic fisherman. Dandan. Do you guys remember the Dandan secret lair? The secret lair that lets you play Dandan format with a friend? I do. Sadly, I had to get it from a third party because I bought it like a few weeks ago. But this is one of those decks, you know, one of those secret layers that gets scalped and then you have to pay more than double the price of what it normally costs. But I really wanted to try out this format, and getting all the singles loose from different sellers was still more expensive than buying just the Dandan secret layer by itself. So I'm really excited for this actually. I'm a huge fan of alternate formats, but I'm originally a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't really have that many alternate formats. I mean, you have Goat, you have Edison, you have Tengu, but I mean, alternate formats like other ways to play your deck, right? And this is basically for the people who don't know who Dandan is. Dandan is a big fish, and he has, I believe, Island Walk and Island Home, so he's unblockable when an opponent has an island. But he's also dead when you don't control an island, I believe. And it's a really old card from Arabian Nights, 1993 or 4, like the first expansion, you know. And it's basically a format based around that big fish and killing your opponent with that fish, or preventing your opponent from killing you with that fish. And it's like an 80 card deck, and you share the deck with your opponent, so you don't each have one deck. No, you have Dandan. You have an 80 card deck that you share between two players. So these Dandan here are like Japanese koi carper themed, but normally it was like a huge gray fish which was barely visible in the artwork, which has its charm, right? So we put the little golden fish here. No, here, that's probably better because I'm entering the scene from the left, so I'm, you know. So we have here, you have the two Dandan life wheels. It's two of the same one. I thought you would get one for each Dandan because there are two different Dandan arts in this. So this is like a little sneak peek of what the Dandan fish look like in this product. We have a little strategy insert, which I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna read that later. So here we have one of the fish already on the front. So as you can see, Dandan is a 4/1 for 2 blue mana. This creature can't attack unless defending player controls an island. So it's not even Island Walk. It's like only being able to attack when your opponent has an island. So it's even worse than Island Walk. Island Walk is good, but I mean, it's worse. And then when you control no islands, sacrifice this creature. So it's a poor little fish, man. And if you drain his water, he dies. It's very realistic though. So it's an 80 card deck, and there are a lot of foils. So I'm gonna go through this like as nicely as possible to show you all these cards. I'm a little bit late. It's released last year. So we have a lot of Dandans. I think you get 8 or something for the deck. I think 8, and then 4 of each or 5 of each. So those are the two Dandan variations. And then we get like a lot of reprints, that because Dandan is based, it's like a player created format, right? So they reprinted basically every card that you're supposed to run in that deck. And they did replace a few cards, but I'm not that big into Dandan that I can actually tell you which cards those are. I think there's like one of the, is that Boiler Works is normally one, because you have like a card that has kicker, that you can kick for a red mana or do flashback for a red mana. So this is probably my favorite card here. The little face, or the fish forming a face, or the fish forming a face, or the face disintegrating into a little small fish. Really cool memory lapse. So all the foils are like this. They're like borderless cards. And you get like a bunch of them. We have Mystic Sanctuary with some seals. The foil is a little bit weird. It doesn't really work that well on camera, but sure, whatever. And then we have a lot of islands because, you know, Dandan has to swim. A fish has to swim. That's like the philosophy behind this, right? A fish has to swim. And then for the non-foil cards, which are also pretty interesting, we have this really cool Brainstorm, and all these cards I believe are in retro border. So we have the really cool Brainstorm from Arcadian Masks, a few of those actually, that's really nice. I think this is a new inclusion. Normally Dandan doesn't have this card, but it's Capture of Jingzhou. 2 of them, yeah. Charter Course, that's a really recent card from Bloomberg, I think. Control Magic. So like, for example, this one, you can enchant your opponent's Dandan, and you can take control of it. So it's like really, it's a really nice back and forth format, and then you have to like fight each other with your fish, with your big fish. Days Undoing. I really like the retro borders, by the way. I really like that they chose to use these borders for all the other non-foil cards. Metamorphose, put target permanent on opponent controls on top of its owner's library. So you can put your, during your opponent's turn, you can put their Dandan on top of the deck, and then during your next turn, you draw the Dandan, or whatever. You know, that's pretty cool. Predict, really nice Rebecca Gray artwork. Telling Time. What time is it? Ask me what time it is. Unsubstantiate, really cool card. Or cool looking card, I guess. Halimar Depths, that's actually a really nice artwork. Vulcan Baga, oh yeah, sure. That's pretty cool. Isn't that like a Fallen Empires card or something? We have the Haunted Vengraph. The Lonely Sandbar, so we can cycle some lands. The Remote Isle, to cycle some lands. The Surgical Bay, you know, Jin-Gitaxias crib. Welcome to my crib. And then, ooh, this one is really cool. I think this is like the Fallen Empires card. Sevillionite Temple. I know how to pronounce that. Ooh, and then we have Vision Charm. I think that's one of the cards that they originally use in Dandan. So you can substitute one of these cards. You can substitute one of the cards that they replaced with Vision Charm. Oh yeah, 2 of them. So you can, I think you can replace the Capture of Jingzhou with this. That's actually pretty cool. They included that. Nice. Pretty sick art by Bernard Lee. Hiya! Oh no, that's Bruce Lee, sorry. Cool. So oh man, I'm only at 7 minutes, so this is gonna be a really short video. I was thinking about making this a short, but yeah, Dandan. Have you ever played Dandan? Let me know in the comments. I hope I can play it soon for the first time, because I'm a huge fan of these kind of like alternate formats. They're so different, such a different way to play the game. I wish Yu-Gi-Oh did that more. That would be so nice. Maybe I can think of a way. Maybe I'll make a Dandan version, but for Yu-Gi-Oh. That would be funny. I think they have that, right? I think I have to look that up. They made like a Yu-Gi-Oh format with like also a big shared deck or something. I have to look that up, and if I do, I'll put it in the description or in like somewhere here in the screen. So yeah, I guess blub fellow gamers, and let's dan it up. Dan. You know, that's like an anime that's named after the fish. Did you know? No, it's not. Goodbye.